Hi, hello again. Uh, Tonight I'm going to talk a little bit about motivation to stop drinking and to stay sober. And staying sober, as I've said in the past, is more difficult than getting sober in some ways, because you've got to make a lifelong decision. I won't drink again if you've got a problem, because if you do drink again, then every single time you drink, it's going to get worse and worse. But first of all, I'd like to thank my family, particularly my daughter, who has always kept a close eye on me, and my partner Samantha, who without her help and guidance, I would never have launched this channel. And also a good friend of mine, a chap called Kevin, who I've known about 10 years now. We used to drink together with a few other guys who I won't mention. I did think I was going to get a little bit of negativity when I launched my crusade, I suppose it's called. But actually, they've been quite positive, and it was a surprise to me to find out today that they're actually watching these videos. I thought they'd just switch off and ignore it really, but they haven't, which is good. So that's that out of the way. So motivation. You have to find a reason why you want to stop. Mine was because I wanted to get healthy, and probably more importantly than that was my daughter mentioned a couple of times, Dad, I want you to be around when I get married. I want you to walk me down the aisle. I want you to see my first baby born. And as a matter of fact, my first grandchild was born a month ago today. And it was one of the most moving experiences I've ever had, really, to learn how to have a grandson. Because if you told me that 5 years ago, I wouldn't have believed it. I'd actually be here and be healthy enough to go and visit them in Manchester. And I will walk down the aisle as well, which is been another goal for me. She came to visit me in hospital not long after first being admitted, around about early 2020, and a partner has subsequently told me that she thought that was the last time she would see me alive. So there's a lot of background to this, but I'm not going into every single detail. But that motivation, find a why you want to stop. That was my motivation, to get healthy again. I'd previously been sober for a year period, and I felt great. So I thought, well, why can't I do it again? Why can't I stay sober forever? And that's what I'm going to do now. I have to stay sober for my health and for my partner, my family, and all the other good things which come out of living a sober life. So once you've identified that, it gives you a reason to get yourself well, because that's what it is. It's an illness. It's nothing to be too glib about. It's a serious illness, and it does take a lot of lives. It's very debilitating. One of the first things you should do, I think, is to create a positive environment for yourself. And I mentioned before, get yourself some good rest, get yourself doing some exercise, and change your diet. Again, this has been helped by my partner, who's got me to a new diet, back in the gym again. And those two things combined will have a huge, huge effect on the way you live and how motivated you are. You have more energy. You see life in a different way. Everything opens up to you. You feel more freedom, because the drink will make you a prisoner to it, and it'll control your every move. All you've got to do, try and fight it. You can't beat it, really, and it will take over your life, and it will kill you in the end. And it'll give you certainly a shorter life. So you've got to really get your environment positive and do things which you enjoy, but also healthy things. Fill your time with other activities, and even other people in a way. But you still see your old friends and such like. You just have to have a non-alcoholic drink. That's the key to that. But thirdly, you've got to maybe set yourself a bit of a deadline. Say, well, after 2 or 3 months, I'm going to hit the gym. Get in there for a few months, see how you progress with that sort of thing. And also look at the financial situation, see how much you're saving a month, and put a little bit away, start a savings scheme, that sort of thing. There's so many things you can do to keep motivated. Every time you do feel like picking up that first glass, because that's the fatal one, the first drink is the one that's going to set you down the wrong path again. You've got to really, really concentrate on that, because once you take one, anybody who's a problem drinker will know A few months later, you're going to be drinking from the neck of a bottle. Nobody I know who's got alcohol problems has ever been able to just go back and forwards, as it were. The ones who have been successful have stopped forever, and that's what you've got to focus on, really. As I say, you look at the finances, reward yourself with some new clothes, a holiday, put some money aside for yourself, and eat some good food, go for meals, and do what you want to do, things you couldn't do when you were drinking. Because when I was drinking, I couldn't even get out for a walk. I was trapped in the apartment. I used to get a taxi door to door to the pub, all the off license, and sometimes I was so weak. I used to get beer delivered, and they work all night. Really, these companies will deliver you beer. It's more expensive, but when you need a drink, just to get you through the night or through the day, then they'll deliver it to your door. It's even worse, isn't it? But also stay flexible. Don't give yourself, don't give yourself problems if you don't make the deadlines. But set up a bit of a journal as well. What you're doing day to day, things you think you can improve on, and be flexible with all of that sort of thing. And keep a track of your progress, and never lose sight of why you're doing this. It helps to have a good support network, but really, at the end of the day, it's you who's doing this for yourself, and it's only you who can really turn your life around, as I've done. And I'm here really not to promote myself, but to help other people, because I feel I need to help somebody, because I did a lot myself. I had a lot of help from the doctors, and I say from my family, but unless you've got somebody to sort of speak to, that you see, years ago, I'd have reached out to somebody who's had a similar problem, because although doctors are good with medications and listen to your story, you really need help from somebody who's been in a similar position, because only I know how you feel, because I've been the same. I've needed a drink to get up in the morning. I've needed a drink to get in the shower. I've been to the bottom, and now I've come back. I'll leave it at this. It's about a 7-minute video. That's probably long enough for tonight. And I shall speak to you all hopefully tomorrow. If you've got any questions, leave a comment. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. And I shall see you all soon. Have a peaceful evening.